Welcome back. This is Dex with Dex Divisions, and this is That Sunday Talk. Big shout out to all the indigenous people of all these lands. Hey, we in here, much respect, and I love you all. A big shout out to all my ancestors, all our ancestors, for getting us here and revealing the truth of what it truly is. Hey man, I just want to let everyone know that, hey, I love you. Okay, if ain't nobody told you that they love you, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know. I love you, and I sure appreciate you for tuning in. And we gonna keep this thing rolling and continue it going. First little topic I want to kind of like bring up out. I've been thinking about it. It's been kind of like on my mind. Kind of like all through the week. Is family. Family is important. Yeah, true enough. I didn't realize that. When I was young. And my mindset wasn't the way it was. But the older I got and the more knowledgeable I became, I've truly learned that family is very important. And for some odd apparent reason, we have a lot of families that's segregated. And we really shouldn't be living like that in these times. Because all actuality, we all we got. You know what I mean? So we must be sticking together, like on top, like, you know what I mean? Because that's important. When all things fall down in an individual's life, the only person that's supposed to be there, you know what I mean, when everything else is gone, is family. Family is something that every one of us should be able to depend on. You know what I mean? And for decades, years, family have been being deteriorated and segregated and separated. So now we just lost. Like, you know what I mean? Honestly speaking, most of us are just lost. You know what I mean? Just winging it. We out here, but it's very important to figure out a way to bring family back together. You know what I mean? The reason being, because family is what created civilization in the first place. You know what I mean? Unity is what created civilization in the first place. Working together, working with one mind, following the elder. You know what I mean? And we're very disrespectful. Us young generation. We're very disrespectful, and we don't listen. We don't listen. And somebody has to be that chain breaker. You know what I mean? To realize that family is very important. And as long as family stays together, everything will stay together. You understand? Once family begin to break apart, then everything gonna break apart, and everybody be wondering, why is everything breaking apart? Because you chose to go a different way. So just by all of us choosing to go in a different direction, everything is broken up right now. But at the same time, all that still can be fixed. You know what I'm saying? Because each and every one of us have some individual thing going on in life. You understand what I'm saying? So if we bring it back to the family table, like Big Mama and them used to do it back then. You know what I mean? Back then we had some strong women, leading us. You know what I mean? Making sure we're fed and keeping the family together. But since they done passed on, there's nobody able to stand in the place to keep it together. But we all have the ability to do it. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, all I'm saying is, I ain't going to hold this topic for too long, but at the same time, man, all of us need to know that family is important. Family is important, and we need to figure out a way to get back. You know what I mean? I got my Facebook thing going on right now because I'm very segregated. I have a lot of family that I don't even really know about. But at the same time, I'm beginning to reach out. Big ups to Facebook for giving us the opportunity to communicate. But it's just like that. Family is important. We have pastors and stuff be in the church and everything, be preaching about the word, about the Bible, get closer to God. You know what I'm saying? But my ancestors tell me that we need to get closer to family. That's what my ancestors say. That's our ancestors. They all of our ancestors. They say we need to get closer to family. Get close to family. Because if we build a family, then we build a stronghold for all of our children. You understand? I know I ain't the smartest man in the world. People look at me lame. Hell, I'm living in my van right now, at this present moment. But I feel like, I don't feel like this is a down point in my life. I don't feel like this is a rock bottom or you know what I mean, a life lesson that needs to be learned. You know what I mean? No, I don't feel like that. I got goals and I got things that I'm achieving, that I'm thriving out to achieve. So I feel like this is just my starting point. This ain't the end for me. You know what I mean? But that's just me. I'm always gonna continue talking about education, because I feel like education is a necessity for all communities, not just one community. I feel like education is necessary within all communities, starting from childhood to younghood to teenhood, to younghood to adulthood. There's a process and there's steps. Some of us don't get the chance to take the necessary steps. That's why we end up lost. But at the same time, we can save the next generation coming behind us. That is what my YouTube channel and my podcast, this is what mine is promoting. Mine is promoting that we need to think about our future generation. How do we want them to live? Do we want them to go through the same thing we went through to get to where they need to go? No, man. We are here to make it easier for the next generation. So that means that we should take our rightful place and do what we're supposed to be doing, to make sure 7 generations behind us is set. You understand? It don't matter which direction they go in. We ain't never supposed to stop promoting unity. Never are we supposed to stop promoting unity. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? That's what Marcus Garvey and Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, that's what all they promoted, the unity. And then they had the unity so strong to where they had to assassinate him because they got so scared. The same thing with Herbert Lee. Herbert Lee was a dairy farmer. They had to assassinate him because he was big up on the civil rights movement, and he began to transport. He began to transport civil rights activists. You know what I mean? So things was beginning to come up, so they had to assassinate him because he was becoming too powerful. He was uniting what was supposed to be already united. You know what I'm saying? So when they already see that the unity becoming to come together, they're gonna figure out a way to try to break it. So now, since we find out that that's a tactic that they use, then we need to figure out a strategy to handle it. You know what I mean? There's no reason we should be out here killing each other. We done been through too much. If you go back and really begin to do the history from which we have come from, and still look in the mirror and still see yourself today? Let me tell you something.